live in studio, Town Manager Tom Lynch. Tom, good morning.
Good morning. Did you have a nice weekend?
I did. It just feels like it just went by like that. One of those super quick weekends. But
Have
it was
you gotten
fun.
your bike out yet?
I went actually last Monday. I went for a bike ride. It was a little chilly this weekend. I did some running, but still.
I cleaned mine, pumped the tire. I'm ready to go. And with the prospects of warmer weather this week, this might be the week. So.
That's right. Soon enough. But it was still okay to get outside this
Yeah.
weekend for sure.
Good.
Well, we had a busy week. Lots of activities going on. Lots of positive activities going on.
Yeah,
in
I
Town
thought
Hall
I'd
this
look
week.
back a little toward last week and then a little bit toward what we're anticipating this week. And,
Sure.
Probably one of the more uplifting events last week was the swearing in of the 5 sergeants. It's the largest group that I think the chief said they've ever brought in at one time. There's been a changing of the guard over there at the supervisory level and at the patrol level in terms of we've had so many retirements. And I tried to contrast the fact that, you hate to lose good people because we've had the police department has enjoyed a really strong reputation. Individuals have been there a long time, helped build that, put it together. But the young or new, some of them been patrol officers for 20 years before their elevation. But the thing that impressed me was the training they've gotten, the special assignments they've taken, whether it's in the Canine Corps or with detective work, and one works for the with the Drug Task Force. Others have all been field training officers or SWAT teams or adopt-a-school programs. All those aspects that they've been doing, so they do much more than just their little niche in the job. They really have a wide variety of experience, and then a lot of community activity, a lot of community service that's out there in addition to that. So I thought, it's always uplifting for the families. The parents are there proud. The husbands and wives that are feeling really good about their the promotion that's here. But it also says that we're able to train folks and promote from within, and still hopefully maintain that high level of service and reputation that they enjoy. So that was you were there.
Yes.
It was a good feeling. You could just feel that,
It really was.
And earlier in the week also, I had a chance to meet with the superintendent-elect, Meg Mayo Brown. I'm sure that, Bill Butler may cover a little more of that during his segment, but, we had a chance to talk about areas that she wanted to concentrate in. I was able to explain how, I've observed over, with 3 superintendents, the strong bond that's developed between the municipal and the, school budgets that, I support their budget each year after the process that they go through, how we help with human resources as well as with all the budgetary items. So, I think she was pleasantly surprised to hear us say, how can we help you? I'm not sure she's had that in all of her other experiences that have been out there, but I think that's an attitude that Barnstable has developed of how the schools and the municipal government can work together for the quality of education that we want our kids to have, as well as to be fiscally responsible, with our budget and moving forward. So those were, 2 highlights of last week that I came away with. And I also had a chance to meet with the Hyannis Area Chamber of Commerce, and we talked about, some of their upcoming events and plans, and we also talked a little bit about what do your businesses want. What are your business leaders telling you that they're looking for you to do, and again, how can the town help advance that? Barnstable has, and the 11th largest commercial property tax base in the Commonwealth. So I think that surprises some people when they think of our, being the hub of Cape Cod here in our peninsula, but when you look statewide, we're right up there when it comes to that category. So I'm going to be putting together for the next town council meeting some of the business changes that have gone on, the growth that we've had. So and probably at the one of our Barnstable This Morning visits, I'll go through a list of changes that I've seen, because we keep having folks invest in our community, and it's an enviable position to be in, because they bring jobs, they bring opportunity for visitors coming down, so they'll see something new and different. And I'm always pleased when we have that kind of growth going on.
Absolutely. Well, even just thinking, over the past 2 years, the Whole Foods, and then the new Bed Bath & Beyond, and the new Ethan Allen, and we're hearing new businesses coming in on Main Street. It's just,
That's
it's a
right.
really a good mix of kind of national and local businesses that are choosing to open up shop here in Barnstable. Is a good thing.
And I was particularly pleased to hear that Centerville Pie is going into come before licensing so that they can go in over at the airport, because it's an easy in and out. People don't always think of it, but on more than one occasion, I've driven down to Centerville Pie during my lunch hour just to get an egg salad sandwich and a nice dessert. So having them right here in Hyannis, it's a location that I hope people will begin to get used to and get over there. They do a wonderful job. So
Absolutely. I'll bet they'll get a lot of business there, indeed.
And I think last week we also talked about fee approvals that I was reviewing. I did, in fact, approve the water pollution control fees and the new sewer fees that are out there, and the Hyannis water system fees, and the transfer station fee that this year they're looking at a fee of around $240 to cover all of the expenses out at the transfer station. That fee has gradually gone up. It should stabilize somewhat now, because that huge increase that we experienced about a year and a half ago, but we're able to buffet somewhat with some of our reserves, now is really hitting home, and I'm sure Dan Santos has discussed that in greater detail. But and the final thing I kind of wanted to mention is that we have wrapped up a capital improvement plan. We've sent the appropriation orders over to the town council. We're getting the book printed. We're also asking CFAC, our Comprehensive Financial Advisory Committee, to review it. They always need time to do that, and then we'll be that'll be going before the council for a first read at the March 24th meeting, and they'll begin that debate in April. So it's nice to have one of the two budgets at least finished from our perspective, and what the council approves or disapproves, and that will remain to be seen. But it's moved us right into the capital planning budget, which we've been working on anyway, but now I have to sit with all the department heads. We have 8 meetings planned for this week alone.
Wow.
Just on the budget. So they started last week, and they'll continue on as we look at. I try to approach that from, we review their current budget position, what areas they see that they're still being effective in, that areas that we might be able to reduce expenses in. They then look at their decision packages with the budget team. They talk about whether they need additional funding to shore up a particular program, or whether they're moving personnel around. And part of the decision packages also cover certain operating capital that they may be looking for that's a little different than the capital improvement plan. And then finally, we be sure and review all their goals and objectives, so we know that what they're trying to do in the next year is matched with the funding that they're looking for, and with the service that we're trying to bring to our citizens. So lots going on, and but we're and the final thing, the other thing that we have to spend some time on this week too, is our negotiations, contract negotiations. They haven't stopped. I've got 2 negotiating sessions tomorrow on Tuesday, and we just keep moving forward with that. So it's a lot of internal, somewhat bureaucratic, work that just needs to be done to produce the budgets and all of the work that comes forward. So.
Absolutely. It's definitely lots of meetings, lots of discussion, lots of paperwork and red tape for sure, but absolutely necessary to keep the town going. And we know that you and the staff just do an exemplary job of making sure that our finances are in order and the money is being spent well. So we appreciate.
Well, we try our best, and we always try to make sure that when we make those budgetary decisions, they're in the best interests of all the citizens in Barnstable.
Fantastic. Well, Tom, thank you so much as always for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tom Lynch, of course, our town manager here in the town of Barnstable. Bill Butler, our interim superintendent of schools, is next on Barnstable This Morning.